Hey Cosmonauts, it's Estelle and I'm back with a brand new video full of exciting news and updates. In this video, you will learn about replicated security coming very soon to the Cosmos Hub, the automatic mass migration from Junoswap to Wynd Dex and the Wynd airdrop, the ICF delegations delay, Vitalik Buterin explaining that he deeply respects the Cosmos ecosystem, and much more interesting news and educational content. Especially the Tech and Juno focus sections are a must-watch with much in-depth assessments. Tech. The draft proposal for Cosmos Hub V8 row upgrade was shared in the forum for discussion and feedback. The highlight of this upgrade will be replicated security, also called Interchain Security V1 or ICS. In summary, consumer chains will be able to benefit from the strong security and existing validator set of the Cosmos Hub. To bootstrap a new blockchain within the Cosmos ecosystem, it is necessary for projects to find and confirm enough validators and also security of the network as measured by the total value locked in staking is much lower than the security of the Cosmos Hub. So, replicated security will improve this bootstrapping phase since consumer chains will directly benefit from the security and the validator set of the Cosmos Hub. This proposal, however, will not launch any consumer chain yet because each consumer chain will need to submit a governance proposal and then the proposal would need to be approved. Cosmos Hub validators and delegators will benefit from transaction fees, token inflation from consumer chains that have a token and those without a token would share other fees like usage fees or swap fees. However, a main issue is that for the Cosmos Hub validators, it will be obligatory to run consumer chains that have been approved by governance, or otherwise they would be slashed. This, of course, will lead to higher costs for validators, which could be a challenge, especially for small validators. An important point is that the additional cost to run consumer chains will be covered just by the validators, not the delegators. Some of the ideas to reduce the burden of these additional costs just for validators include, example, to increase the average fee of validators, so that delegators would also contribute to the consumer chain costs, and also it has been suggested that smaller validators could be supported to help cover these additional costs. Moving on, during the Game of Chains incentivized tested, ICS was tested and the findings were analyzed. There are 20,000 atoms to be distributed to the winners of the Game of Chains, and this funding came from the Cosmos Hub community pool via proposal number 77. The link to the forum discussion of the draft proposal of the Cosmos Hub V8 row upgrade is below, so you can also participate and provide your feedback. Akash announced the first course to learn how to become an Akash provider, called Akash EDU. The first course features Prior, which we covered in our previous video, along with Evmos. Also, Omnifix Network is hosting Akash EDU. If you're interested in joining the first cohort, you can check the link below to complete the application form. The importance of Akash is becoming increasingly clear since after Hetzner, now Microsoft also announced it prohibits crypto mining on online services without permission. There seems to be an increasing risk of centralized cloud providers banning crypto-related services, so Akash seems to be a great solution to mitigate this risk. An announcement was made about a new framework called Cosmos Native Mutation Testing for mutation testing on any Cosmos codebase, go source code, and make it easier to find bugs or edge cases in the code. The issue previously was that since the Cosmos SDK uses custom math packages, for example, instead of the plus symbol to indicate add is written as add and then put parentheses. Then this made the majority of mutation testing software not useful when used on Cosmos codebases. However, mutation testing is now supported for Cosmos codebases, so this is good news. since it is now easier to find bugs in the code because mutation testing helps to find source code which is not covered by any tests. For further instructions about this, we have added the link to GitHub below.
DeFi and staking.
It is great initiatives by the ICF to have launched a new delegation program. However, there seems to be some issues to discuss. Firstly, some small validators asked why the ICF didn't choose to redelegate instead of undelegating, since the undelegation made them either drop from the active set or be close to dropping from the active set. A main reason for the undelegation instead of redelegation was given by the ICF as follows, quoting from the ICF delegation policy document. We estimate that the period between undelegation and redelegating will be no more than 3 weeks, so the impact should be small. However, since the ICF undelegated all their ATOM towards the end of October, it has now been over 2 months rather than 3 weeks. As seen on their tweet here at the end of November, they said the delegations would be done soon, but apparently since it is the first round of the new delegation program, there are some issues delaying the delegations. The community hopes that this can be resolved soon because the undelegation from the ICF and the following delay of delegations has put great pressure on many small validators in the Cosmos hub during tough circumstances. It is reasonable to wonder if a redelegation would have been a better idea, even if it added some complexity, given that it has been over 2 months since the delegation and many validators dropped from the active set or have been struggling to stay in the active set during this time. Furthermore, the timing with the game of chain incentivized testnet also seemed not to have been optimal. This is because to be eligible for prizes after participating in the game of chains, a requirement was to be in the active set of the Cosmos hub. However, after the ICF undelegation, many small validators willing to participate in the game of chains didn't participate since they were not eligible for prizes after dropping from the active set. And others who participated were also not eligible for prizes after dropping from the active set. So, in summary, it is great that the ICF launched a new delegation program. However, it seems that given the delay for delegations, it would have been better to redelegate instead of undelegating, especially considering the game of chain and the requirement to be in the active set to be eligible for prizes.
Juno news.
The raw proposals 18 and 19 passed for the automatic mass migration from Junoswap to Wynd Dex. The proposal 19 is to transfer Junoswap pool and staking contracts to Wynd DAO. The proposal 18 supersedes the Wynd initially proposed liquidity migration plan. This proposal 18 indicates that all LP assets listed in the proposal which have not been withdrawn from the Junoswaps will then be migrated to Wynd Dex when the liquidity deposit period begins. After Proposal 18 and 19 pass, now trading on the most raw pools is frozen. However, all non-raw pools will be functioning normally until the migration. All liquidity migrated will have a 2-week unbonding, and users will have the option to increase or decrease their unbonding period. As seen in this graph, both the voting power and rewards increase with a longer unbonding period. Users also have an option to opt out of migration by withdrawing their assets. We have added below the link to RAW Proposal 18 with a list of all eligible pools for mass migration. Users who migrate liquidity to Wynd Dex will be eligible for the upcoming planned second round airdrop. In addition, regarding raw staked, a snapshot of both raw staked and in the process of understaking will be taken when Proposal 18 is executed. Raw stakers will be airdropped 500,000 WYND before the launch of Wynd Dex. The vesting period for these airdrop tokens will be 1 year, and it will be possible to stake these tokens. However, liquid raw tokens won't be eligible for this airdrop. Towards the end of December, DAO made some tweets indicating some upcoming updates and announcements. We will be following closely updates and prepare an in-depth assessment in our next video. V2 of DAO is undergoing audits, and the upgrade will go live once audits are completed. The recently launched Juno Communications sub-DAO organized the first Juno community call. It was mentioned that Juno is where innovations within the Cosmos ecosystem happen first, such as CW smart contracts, MEV capture via SCIP protocol, Lava network, or the upcoming mesh security, which will benefit Juno, since stakers will earn tokens from other chains also by cross-staking their Juno tokens. It was also discussed some of the upcoming features in the V12 upgrade, such as the Oracle going live, or D-app developers will receive 50% of the fees generated on their applications. Regarding WYND DAO, or DEX will just be the first product, but more are planned for 2023. Regarding the Juno delegation sub-DAO, the criteria for delegation is expected to be released very soon, and applications may open during January.
Osmosis news.
The Osmosis proposals 389 and 390 passed. The proposal 389 was for the removal of Osmo incentives from the pools within the others and major/stable categories. In addition, it also includes the subsequent abolishment of these categories as well. Since the Osmosis multi-hop was added in the V13 upgrade, non-Osmo pools are no longer required to give the lowest trade costs. Also, proposed 390 is to defer inflation by reducing Osmo incentives to the major/Osmo and stable/Osmo pool categories.
Evmos news.
Mintscan announced ERC contracts and ERC20 tokens on the Evmos page in their Explorer. In particular, the new contracts tab shows all the EMV contracts on Evmos. Users can select a token and be able to see the balance on their account.
Persistence news.
Persistence portfolio is live on Pulsar Finance, so it is now possible to follow the performance of your xprt tokens, including the staking rewards as well. Persistence partnered with the Cosmoverse team to organize the Atom Bangalore event. Although the event was organized in a very short time period, it was nevertheless a great success, as you can see from these photos. The deadline to submit the application for the round 1 of the new Persistence delegation program was on the 30th of December. The delegation period will be during the second half of January.
Drama and hacks.
The Twitter handle @Cosmos as well as Cosmos.network website have been moved from All in Bits to the ICF. Billy, the Cosmos Hub lead, announced that he is leaving his position and taking a sabbatical. Billy claimed that both Cosmos Hub and Tendermint core products will move entirely within informal systems. However, Ethan clarified that the Tendermint brand is actually wholly owned by All in Bits, and therefore technically the Tendermint core product isn't moving anywhere. Moreover, Ignite is a division within All in Bits along with New Tendermint and Anamica. Ignite is negotiating terms to spin out as a new entity. Also, New Tendermint decided that the @Ignite_com Twitter handle was renamed to @AllinBits_Inc., but this renaming is only regarding the Twitter handle, and the @Ignite_dev accounts is all under All in Bits custody and temporary disabled.
Project launches and network upgrades.
Quicksilver went live on the 16th of December, and the proposal to onboard the Cosmos Hub was approved. However, shortly after the launch, the chain was halted to address the actions of a bad actor at Cosmos Hub onboarding, but no users will experience a loss as a result of the issue, as announced by Quicksilver. Moreover, 6.5 million QCK tokens were distributed to the participants of the Killer Queen incentivized testnet. These tokens can be staked and will have a 3-month lockup period. Then 20% of the allocation will become liquid and the rest will vet monthly over a 15-month period. Dex announced earlier in 2022 their plans to move to Cosmos, as since then they have been building the project to shift from Ethereum to Cosmos. It seems the project is almost ready now in Cosmos and upcoming announcements can be likely. Axelar announced a $60 million ecosystem startup funding program. We have added below the link with further details, including the application form. Moving on, Synthropy announced their decision to move from Polkadot to Cosmos ecosystem. Synthropy is helping to build solutions that improve the decentralization, security, and performance of the internet.
Governance.
All in Bits released a post on the Cosmos Hub forum called Reinforcing Our Commitment to Cosmos Hub. Many interesting ideas are discussed, such as addressing the issues with liquid staking or the decentralized DAO and sub-DAOs, for example. However, so far the post didn't receive many replies. Some of the replies came from co-authors of the Atom 2.0 white paper who provided valuable feedback but also expressed their sentiment about Proposal 82 not being approved. The link to the forum post is included below.
Airdrops.
Since Quicksilver launched, the airdrop is now expected in Q1 of 2023. As previously mentioned, 50% of the Genesis supply will go to incentivizing the community. Since the network was halted shortly after launch, there may be some delays for the airdrop. Users who migrate liquidity to Wynd Dex will be eligible for the upcoming planned second round airdrop. Also, for the raw staked, a snapshot of both raw staked and in the process of unstaking will be taken when raw DAO Proposal 18 is executed, as mentioned in the Juno focus section. Raw stakers will be airdropped 500,000 WYND before the launch of Wynd Dex. For further details, you can check the Juno section.
Events and conferences.
As mentioned in the persistence section, there was a Cosmos event in Bangalore, India, called Atom Bangalore. The event was organized by the Cosmoverse team in collaboration with Persistence. The event was oversubscribed despite being organized in a short time.
General crypto news.
Vitalik Buterin said that he deeply respects the Cosmos ecosystem and its technical vision. He also said that he appreciates and respects a lot that Cosmos didn't put the faces of the founders all over San Francisco or bought any stadiums. Vitalik is usually very critical of projects, so hearing that he really respects the Cosmos ecosystem is very positive.
Conclusion.
A Cosmos community member from Japan translated the content of our latest video to Japanese for the non-English speaking Cosmos community in Japan. So again, thank you so much for this. We also want to say thank you to everyone who supported our proposal. We will continue listening to your feedback to improve the videos as we have been doing since our very first video. Remember to show your support by subscribing and clicking the like button. Moreover, you can also support us by staking Atom or Juno tokens with our validators, and the links are included below. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you had an amazing Christmas holidays with your family and friends. We wish you a great start to the new year. Happy New Year 2023.